Good morning.
Good morning, Paula.
We are so excited because for our lay speaker this morning, we have Lynn Arakaki.
Thank you.
And you may be wondering, why are we in the kitchen?
Well,
The reason is that this is Ruth's kitchen. Ruth is the heart of the kitchen, but Lynn keeps it beating. And as many of us are so grateful to Lynn for providing and for cooking with love in the kitchen and really helping Ruth with her Donna, that we thought it would be appropriate that this is where Lynn's interview will take place.
oops, I'm sorry.
So it's important, I think, to know that it has been said that if you want to observe and if you want to learn about Buddhist life, is that you go to the temple kitchen, because that is where many of the women and now men are in the kitchen, and where that is where Buddhist life happens. That the cooking with love and compassion and the dana happens in the kitchen. And it is in the kitchen too where the people who are doing all of this are talking about life. They're talking about their children, their family, their spouses, about everything about life. And so to observe and to experience Buddhist life is to go into a temple kitchen. And Lynn is a wonderful example of why this is so true. So good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, and thank you, Paula. You really humble me. Of course, this is Ruth's Kitchen, and she's our chef of the Dharma Center. And it's always said that food and eating around the table is a very loving and compassionate way for everybody to communicate and learn about each other's lives. And so it's been an essential part of my life. However, I do love going into the Hondo. The temple is a place of meditation and, as Paula said, love and compassion. And I always feel so safe and loved in the temple and surrounded by everybody in the temple. I can feel it. And so, however, as you have seen recently, I haven't been in the Hondo. I've been helping Ruth in the kitchen, and it's because of my health. And so I just wanted to explain to you why I'm not in the Hondo as much as I would really love to be. But a second love is being in the Dharma Center in the kitchen helping Ruth, because it's an important part of our lives. I mean, it sustains our lives, and it's an essential part of Buddhism to nourish yourself. If you don't nourish yourself, we cannot share Buddhism with others. And so, as you can see, I have my coffee, and everybody knows I love my coffee. And so everybody finds something here that they really love and are really, really happy to be here, which is so nice to experience. Everybody coming here after service, enjoying the food, but mostly enjoying each other. The different conversations that are developed here are not only religious, but as far as friendships goes and what we're talking about in our daily lives, which is Buddhism. And so I'm very honored, and thank you so much for inviting me to talk to you.
And so, Lynn, you mentioned about your health in the Hondo, and specifically it is the incense.
Correct. The reason is my lungs are compromised, and it was so funny. This morning I was out and it was cool, and I sat out and I was breathing the air, and I'm going, oh, it's so refreshing. And then I realized that it actually can cause congestion in my lungs. So I really do have to be careful, even in the things that I enjoy in daily life. And that's another thing. Buddhism makes us aware of what is going on in lives. And it's so essential to pay attention to, what the Buddha is teaching us and what we learn from just our daily life, which is Buddhism.
Lynn, can you explain or tell us or share what your life was growing up as far as with church?
Actually, I was raised in the Congregational Church on the West Side, and they are now united with the Methodist Church from the West Side, and it's called United Japanese Congregational Church. And so I actually grew up in the Congregational Church. And I attended the church until I was in high school. And then after that, like a lot of young people, I stopped attending church. And so I really still look back on my days in the Christian church. My favorite holiday is Christmas, but I call it the Donna time. And so people say, well, why do you celebrate Christmas? I'm going, it's a time of Donna, and I love giving. And so one of my favorite remembrances is playing an angel at Christmas time. And so naturally I have fond memories. However, as I grew in my experience in religion, I actually became a skeptic and an agnostic. And so just through the personal experiences in my life, I question the other faiths that people believe in. And actually, when I had my son, and he actually did go to the Congregational Church with my parents on Sundays because we were always working on the farm. And so fortunately, he was exposed to religion. However, when he was a little older, I really believed that we needed to experience something else that I really believed in, and it was Buddhism. Buddhism is a religion that is an everyday thing. It's non-judgmental. Everything in life is an experience, positive or negative. We learn from our experiences. And Buddhism teaches me to be open-minded and patient. Patience was one of my very bad faults. And so I've really learned from Buddhism to accept every moment of your life, especially since I had my issue with my lungs. And so it's just a wonderful experience to be a Buddhist, to be able to accept everything as it is and enjoy life, even the negative things. There are a lot of negative things happening in our lives now. However, I have to remember I have to do something, and it's my choice to do that. And Buddhism is non-judgmental about what's going on in society, so I have to accept it. However, I also have to do something about it myself.
And you are.
Thank you.
You truly are, just being in your presence. And now, specifically, with Eco Sangha. Eco Sangha is our way of giving back. And you are the chairperson of our Fresno Buddhist Temple Eco Sangha. And now we are part of the BCA Eco Sangha. And so to be able to be in this position now to make a difference in the temple, to make a difference in the BCA is critical to our sustainability, to our earth at the temple and to our earth also. And so I think with your commitment that we are headed in that right direction. And so the Fresno Buddhist Temple is very grateful to you for taking us on this path. So if you could speak to Eco Sangha.
And it was my privilege to be able to chair this position. It's an issue. Sustainability is actually a word that is part of my daily life. And so when Echo Sangha came up, I was very happy to become chairperson and educate the Sangha and actually everybody that I come into contact with, that it is so important that we take an active role in preserving the earth, because it depends on the future of our children, and children are our precious gift in life. And so I really feel that with the BCA taking this issue on, that it is my privilege to be part of it. And thank you, Paula, for also being an active member of that. And so it's wonderful to see how active our temple is. And to the surprise of myself, we are, I believe, are the most active temple in the BCA. So I'm very proud of our Sangha for taking action and being concerned about the future of not only the earth, but our children. Thank you.
And so for all of us today, Lynn, with your sharing, I know that we are all going to be touched and we're going to be inspired by you, that we've always have. But I think now knowing about you more, and for all of us here in the temple to be able to be so grateful and to say that we want to truly live our lives because of the way that you have shared today. And I think there's probably one or two or three things that you have said that has truly affected us, touched our hearts. And when we go out into the world today, either with the sustainability or with the dana, with the giving, with the compassion, by what you said will make us better people too. And so to say thank you is an understatement, because it's just what you give to our Fresno Buddhist Temple is beyond words. And so thank you so much, Lynn. We are so grateful to you.
Thank you for this honor.